How's it going, everyone? It's Liam Catterson here as we get into episode number 11 of season 6 for Once Upon a Time. Might be a bit of a doozy this episode, given how we concluded things with episode 10. But yes, halfway done with this incredible season, which has been very incredible. As I've mentioned quite a couple of times, I feel like this has really hit things really well compared to seasons 4 and 5, which, again, I have loved. But I really have gelled so much with this season. And, yeah, the last episode really heightened things, especially with Emma never being essentially the save, never having that weight on her shoulders, really, and growing up in a life where, you know, Snow and Charming, they defeated the evil queen. He never had to send Emma away. So, yeah, and yeah, there was some very interesting things, especially coming towards the end, that unfolded with the last episode. Person under the hood, Gideon. I should have seen it coming, but here we are. So, yeah, that's going to be very interesting, considering the visions that Emma's had. And not just that, though, but we had the return of someone who I felt was wrongfully killed last season. We have Robin Hood back. Not our Robin, but still Robin Hood, and still an incarnation that really is going to tug onto Regina's heartstrings, as was evident when they had the opportunity to jump through the portal, and Regina got a bit distracted. So I'm just saying, we are down a Robin in our world. So I mean, that would mean that this world would lose Robin, but meh. Oh, I'm so considerate, aren't I? But I'm looking forward to seeing where things go in this episode. So with that said, it's the halfway point. It's episode 11 of season 6. Let's go.
I love this one when I was a kid.
You're still a kid.
Got spunk. When I was your age, it was great. The best fairy tales about the
Is
same thing.
this August?
Transformation. See,
Maybe.
Doc becomes a swan. That's beautiful.
That's not what it's about. The duck was always a swan.
I'm a swan.
Just Emma.
Emma? You got a last name, Emma?
Swan. My name is Emma Swan.
And thus she's going to start her journey to be the duck turned into the swan.
Savior won't be as easy as you think.
I've seen it in a vision. I've seen her death at my hand.
Oh, shit.
And when I kill Emma Swan, I will finally become a hero.
Yeah, I don't think that's how heroes are made, my friend. I'm just saying.
Princess Emma. I'd heard terrible rumors you were captured by the evil queen.
August.
Took me between realms.
My father passed years ago.
I know.
Aww.
I have all of Princess Emma's memories too, and I'm sorry.
She's balancing
I was
two
hoping
worlds
maybe
in
you
one
still
mind.
have that
Oh,
wardrobe.
that could be dangerous.
No, Robin isn't real here. But I need to know if, like everything else in this realm, is he better off without me?
Yeah. Oh, shit. Oh, and she's going back to the... Oh, come on.
There he is.
Oh, I'm sorry, milady, but here in Sherwood Forest, we're prepared for the likes of you.
Ugh.
Off with them!
Burn in hell. Or burn in the underworld. I don't care.
Regina can take care of it.
Seems like a good thing.
Because the job comes with a destiny. I'm supposed to protect my family, but I die doing it. It's my fate. And this sword...
Scary concept.
this
Scary
is what will
joke.
finish me.
Stop talking.
Ah!
Back away from the princess.
No! Hook?
I let the Black Fairy take you. I couldn't protect you. So you go ahead. Do it. Hit me. Hit me.
Holy shit.
Hit me! If you can't hit me,
He's
How'd you
gonna hit
expect to
him.
kill the savior?
You might have my sword, but I've got your... this thing. How we duel.
Wait! I'm sure they told you never bring a chisel to a sword fight. Oh.
Wow. I really need to get home and get someone off the rum. And the dessert.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Can you fix it?
No. I cannot.
They don't have the mending spell in this land. That's
So you have a whole other chest of tools.
balls.
Maybe there's something else.
No, I need magic to carve the tree.
Shit.
I'm not my father. I'm not good enough.
Okay, we've got to have a belief talk.
I am not a common anything. I steal from the rich to make myself rich.
And that makes you happy?
Oh, I don't like this iteration,
No, I
folks.
don't believe it. It must be Marion.
Oh.
What do you know of marrying?
Oh.
You kidnapped the woman I loved and starved her to death in a tower. I went looking for bail, and this is what I found.
Oh, shit.
That wasn't me. Not really. I'm not even from this
No, I
world.
know that, dearie, but I have to hurt someone, and you seem like the best
I
candidate.
mean, yeah, you
I may
you
not
are
be
wearing
real.
her face.
But I got a funny feeling.
Shit, poor Belle.
I can
Doesn't mean he has to be hurt. And neither one of our children need to be harmed. I came to you for help because I trust you.
Very difficult because it's Emma's life on the line.
Let's just find him. The sooner we do, the better. Then take your shot. But
Can't make
It
any
doesn't work.
promises.
Am I a scoundrel over there too?
No, you're not a scoundrel.
You're dead. 6 feet under. I mean, that's blood, but it's the truth.
You're dead.
Yeah, not really a better life over there, is it? When you've got none. Carved into a swan. Beautiful.
What's this? It had my name on it.
For the princess who has everything, happy birthday.
Seriously, why this?
Aww.
I don't know. I guess I've always liked swans.
If we believe in something strongly enough, we all have the power to
There we
change our
go. Had a feeling.
It's you.
What was
Especially when he said, when I was a kid.
In my world, you gave me some advice and it changed my life.
You became the swan.
Yep, the Emma Swan.
I'm afraid of tempting fate.
No. We make our own fate. I did it, and now it's your turn.
It's your turn. Let's go. Let's revive Outlaw Queen. He's got nothing left.
So...
I'm in.
You are?
Ah!
Can't let fate dictate my actions anymore.
Oh.
Thank you.
We're getting Robin back. Hey! All we need is a little bit of patience. I'm happy. I'm happy.
As mayor, I'd like to officially welcome you to Storybrooke.
Oh! Happy! Happy! We're back! We're back! Oh, oh shit!
I've been waiting.
Shit.
Who are you?
My name is Gideon.
Here we go. Here we go.
No one, Gideon.
Shit. No, 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 no.
I'm fated to die. And I will die.
Not today, though. Yes! What do we say to the fucking god of death?
I'm still going to kill you. Please. He's my son.
Oh,
I need your help.
Oh, there.
Mom!
Would she have gone through with it? I don't think she would have. That's not Emma.
I brought him back.
Alternate reality, not Sprite. What happened to you? What happened to me?
I'm gonna switch to water.
What, for drinking?
Yeah.
He's not liking the sound of that.
I think I'm on my way to believing I can make my own destiny.
Yeah.
Belief is the first step.
It is. It's like willing it into existence in a sense.
Making a wish. Blind with pain, they think they're reaching for the cure, when in fact it's just more poison.
Yeah, that's very, very true. It's just adding insult to injury.
Done it myself.
Insult
Frankly,
to
I
death.
suppose I'm addicted to it, but I don't want it for my son.
Don't want him to go down the same path you.
I fear if we fail, war is coming to Storybrooke.
Have to put aside our differences and. Bruh, just did a whole Kylo Ren there. Fuck me. Oy. Anywho, yeah, he's just pissed that he never got to live out the, highly anticipated prophecy. Because usually when it comes to, seeing stuff in the future that is destined to happen in a future episode, you'd think that, okay, it's going to play out exactly the same way, like scene for scene. There will be probably something as a surprise or whatever. But this wasn't, because not only did the outcome differ, because Emma obviously survived, but also, there were different people there, which obviously, if you saw Robin in the flash forwards, I guess you could say, then that would have been a huge spoiler. But then there's Emma wore different clothing as well. So yeah, and I guess if I'm gonna nitpick, you could literally see Gideon's face, whereas you couldn't there. But no, obviously they're not going to ruin the surprise, like I said with Robin. So yeah, but it's all a matter of destiny changing. Like you can have fate in your hands and mold it if you believe, really. So yeah, great episode, lovely stuff. Robin's back, happy days. See, it is like the multiverse, isn't it? And I don't think we're going to be done with the whole wish realm thingy, not whatsoever. I think there are still important characters to potentially utilize in terms of in terms of characterization, like Henry from that realm, Rumpel maybe even. That would be very interesting given Gold in the present day and that. So yeah. But yeah, it was just really, really fantastic stuff this episode. So yeah, now that we've dealt with that situation, it's going to be very interesting to see what's going to happen for of course the future, in regards to the fact that obviously it seems like we're going to be dealing with Gideon for the second part of this season, but I also do feel like the wish world, that's definitely going to be a thing that we're going to be I feel like that's definitely going to be a thing that we're going to be tackling. Because the way I see it, I mean, yeah, it was created on a wish, but I I feel like they are still going to be valid people. I mean, Robin is an example of that. He was able to... I mean, they could have had him... Like, especially if he's not real, they could have had him just disintegrate, crossing realms. So that world is pretty much still real. We've created a multiverse, essentially. Yeah, and now Robin is living that. So it will be very, very interesting to divulge into that matter, but we'll get to that later. But yeah, now it's going to be very interesting to see what will happen with... Obviously, Gideon's story, and obviously what Belle and Gold hope to try and accomplish, as well as, yeah, just everything else in general. So, yeah, I really, really loved, of course, how we delved into this episode with Fate, and how, you know, the fact that there is not something that is set in stone in terms of our destiny. We have the ability to alter our fate for the future. So it is really great. And, you know, I never really picked up on the idea, like, especially with the savior, and how she was always the savior, that it was, like with Emma Swan, it tied into the Ugly Duckling. So we got to learn where Emma really got her name, her surname at least, from. But... You know, even then, even like with the Ugly Duckling being brought up, and how the Duckling was the prominent star of things and was extraordinary, and all of that. I guess it's a bit of a leap to say as well, but of course, she had a bit of a hard time in like growing up as well, because I think it was. I think it was with Ingrid, of course, when you saw her in the home. She was being bullied and all of that, and it's kind of like the whole Ugly Duckling situation, where the duckling was bullied, but it turned into a beautiful swan. And not just that though, but it was the more prominent swan, of course, where we have Emma Swan here, and you know, the duckling was always going to turn into a magnificent swan, kind of like Emma. She was always going to be the savior. So, you know, you never really think about that until it's brought up in this episode, and it was just really, really nicely told. One thing that I did also like was, you know, August being very fundamental, knowing, of course, that this was Emma's path, and I kind of had a feeling it was August from the get-go, especially when August said what. In his kid form, I guess, when I was a child. You still are a child. And it was like, wait a second. And not just that, though, but there were mannerisms that made me, like, think it reached unfamiliar terrain. So, yeah. But it was just really, really wonderful stuff. Like this episode, as well as the whole, of course, idea of making your own destiny, and that's what Emma did, because like I said, in terms of what we saw in the flashbacks that Emma was worried about, or the flash forwards, should I say, that Emma was worried about, and comparing that to what actually happened, you know, destiny is already changing with quite a few things, and it wasn't just Emma's destiny that obviously was of importance, but also the whole situation with Regina and Robin, and there's this second chance, and she's taking the second chance as well. So yeah, but yeah, it was just really, really great stuff in terms of delving into just delving into that leap. You've got to really reach out. Like, if you've got that, if you can't let other factors be a driving force, because otherwise you're going to allow that to be the be-all, end-all, I guess, or in the decisive factor, I guess, in terms of reaching that fate. If you truly want to make a difference, you got to stand on your own 2 feet, and that's what Emma did. She saw the signs were there, and she fought like crazy in order to make sure that Gideon would not get the upper hand on her. So yeah. And it's the same with Regina. Like, obviously, there was going to be that fear in regards to her and Robin, because obviously Robin was taken. I mean, that was a sacrifice, obviously, on Robin's part, but yeah, it was a very, very integral part for Regina to get the idea that, you know, with Robin, you can not only make a difference to him, but also be able to fulfill your destiny. So, and it's just really, really great stuff. So, yeah, I hope they do more things with Robin now that they've gotten back, because, like I said, when he died, I felt like it didn't feel right, especially with how they kind of wasted his character, and you know, season 3 was really the last ounce of significance, and even then it was just it was just really, really tasteless in terms of how they handled Robin's character. But I feel like with what they established with this Wish Robin, it's going to be very interesting. I'm just thinking about the other people who's going to react to this. I'm talking Roland. I am talking, well, Zelina as well. Because all these people have come back and Hades is just done. So, but to be fair, I feel like Zelina deserves better than Hades, in my opinion. So yeah, but that's just me. But you've got Robin, who is just feeling incomplete in his life, and like he is just looking for something. He is just in a bit of a rut, really. And with Regina, obviously, she has been feeling pain and all of that, especially with Robin's death. But now we've got something in regards to Robin, and I mean, I still feel like it's obviously going to be like kind of retreading those, like it's going to be trying to retrace those steps in terms of pursuing. It's not going to happen from the get-go. But yeah, and I am really, really hoping that things will be better for Regina and Robin. We've got Outlaw Queen back on the menu, folks, and it's just really, really great to see. So, but yeah, she's still going to attain that happy end. Like, with Regina, I mean, even though she's got her family, she's got her friends and all of that, which is all understandable. Yeah, even though she's got that, there is still that kind of, she's still got to find that resolution to her life, and she's still got to find a happy ending. And now she's got that chance, really. And what happened to Robin, the original Robin, that's not going to be the shape of things to come. This is an opportunity for Regina to find her happy ever after, and here we go. So let's go. I mean, obviously there's obviously going to be that hurt, but she's got to make sure that she seizes the day, that she creates her own destiny, and here we are. So let's hope that we do have a happily ever after for Robin and Regina. Let's have Outlaw Queen get the, I guess, respect that they deserve. So yeah. But yeah, it was really interesting as well to see Gideon's explanation in terms of things as well. Twisted, of course. He feels like, oh, by killing the good guy, I'm going to become the good guy. Look, I don't know what the Black Fairy taught you, but apparently math ain't it, because I don't think killing a good person, and, you know, killing a good person doesn't make you the good person, basically. So math, not a thing. But yeah, it was just very, very intense as well. when Emma, like, it's so interesting when you had all of this time Emma worry about her death at the hands of Gideon, now that she knows that. But I just find it very, very interesting because there is a part of me, I don't think, obviously Emma would have killed him, you know, had he not escaped. But I just find it very, very interesting that there's been so much anguish for Emma to channel, because she's not thinking about, she's not just thinking about how scared she is to die, but also her friends, her family. She's seen them in the flash forwards watching her die, and there is that moment where she's on top of him. The little fragment of the sword, should I say, since it shattered into several pieces, that on his throat, and she could have ended it right there and then, especially with Gold pleading don't, especially after the torment he's put everyone through. But then there's Belle there as well, even then Emma is not that person, yeah, and she's still going to like, especially with her not her parents, Gideon's parents, forgot his name there for a second. Even with Gideon's parents there, she doesn't want to not just inflict that pain on them, but also she wants them to try and succeed, I'm sure. So and not just that though, but we know how much pain that Emma was in when obviously Cruella died. Even though that this was more so protecting her loved ones and all of that, Cruella really, really pushed things. It still hurt Emma, and she could do that to Belle. I mean, she couldn't really give two shits about Rumpel's emotions, to be fair, but I mean, he was very vulnerable at that point because of the fact that he's already lost one son. So yeah, but I think if she's going to give more concern about someone, it's going to be Belle. So because she values her as a friend, not so much Rumple. So yeah. But yeah, it will be very, very interesting to see what does happen with Gideon. Obviously, not too happy with the outcome of that battle, hence why he smashed the clock, of course. But it was very, very interesting how he views himself as he doesn't see himself as the bad person. It's kind of mirroring to his father, because obviously his father has been very notorious in making sure that sometimes we do bad choices for a good reason, etc. So yeah, but yeah, it's just going to be I'm very intrigued to see more of, like, obviously Gideon's backstory and all of that, and I guess how he came to be in terms of the Black Fairy just molding him into the person he is today, because I'm assuming we're definitely going to get to see more of Rumpel's mother, because that is a very, very big thing to remark upon, isn't it? Like, I mean, Peter Pan wasn't exactly not just someone you just generally brush under the rug, but in terms of him being Rumpel's father, yeah. So and especially with her being the Black Fairy, and with Rumpel's mother being the Black Fairy, and not just that though, but being nearly the driving force, I would say, because she created this Frankenstein, I would say. Her nearly being the driving force to killing Emma, we got to pick up on that at some point. So yeah, but I definitely also feel like we're definitely gonna touch upon the Wish world once again, because, like I said, it's not just the factor of there are quite a few characters you can really expand upon that we've already encountered in that world. Although I've got to say, Wish Hook was not something I was expecting to see, like, especially with how sloppy he was as well, in terms of his fighting, I guess fighting style and all of that. because he was like, hey, give that back and all of that. And then he was willing to fight, or like he was willing to fight with the bloody chisel. Like, you don't bring that to a sword fight, so yeah. But there's also the factor that Emma's missing, essentially, from that world, should I say. And like I said, it is a real world, yes. There has been a lot of talk about, well, these people aren't real. They are now. It was a concept at first, but because these characters have been fleshed out to life, and like I said, Robin could have disintegrated there and then. We're part of a multiverse now. So, yeah. But yeah, it was a really, really great episode. Solid stuff. Definitely a really, really great way to conclude things, you know, halfway through this season. But yeah, I really enjoyed this episode. So yeah, I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care. And I will see you guys next time.